Tell us a little bit about your impression with this campaigning, especially what Obama did this year and what he did 4 years ago.
I think it's natural that all the excitement and the novelty wore a little off. In 2008, he was not the incumbent. He was a new phenomenon. He had these celebrity endorsements. He had will.i.am's song. He was a gifted orator, and there was this huge excitement building. Of course, he inherited a terrible economical situation, and 4 years later, many Americans don't feel that their situation has improved a lot. And so, yeah, they're disappointed. If they're not disappointed, they're not that excited anymore. And it was probably clear from the beginning that Obama couldn't repeat that success. Also, with internet campaigning 4 years ago, when Obama sent you an email, that was very exciting. You felt like, wow, I've got an email from the celebrity who speaks all around the world. This is exciting. He addressed you personally and signed off with Barack down there, and you were like, yeah. And today, if you get an email from Barack Obama, you're going like, oh no, is he asking for money again? Oh, please not. Oh God, spam. And you push it into your spam folder.
So you said you also follow a lot what happened on the internet. Can you tell us a little bit more about what is happening right now? How the two candidates are using the internet, how they're using Facebook, how they're interacting with the electorate, what is going on?
I think that 4 years ago there was a lot of they used a lot of, or at least Barack Obama used a lot of social media. Facebook was a relatively new phenomenon, and also Twitter. This time around, the Republicans really have caught up with that, and Mitt Romney is just as savvy in using Twitter as is Obama. I mean, you have hashtags from people from the Obama campaign ridiculing Mitt Romney, like that bayonets and horses remark or zinger that Obama did in the last TV debate that was picked up by the Obama people. But Mitt Romney, for example, with Obama's gaffe saying that people who built their own business didn't build that, you didn't build that. That was a hashtag that was sent around by Romney people, and there's a lot of ridicule on Obama's side. So you can't really say, there's a stalemate now. Everybody has these big guns on Facebook and Twitter shooting at each other. What's more interesting, I think, is what's going on behind the scenes, how they are using new technologies more behind the scenes in their get out the vote efforts. Obama, they have an iPad app that helps volunteers call up other people and get them to get out and vote. Very sophisticated technology. They're always mining data, trying to find out pockets of undecided voters that might be swayed in their directions in states that are very competitive.
Well, let's say this thing about the campaign. They obviously talked a lot about the economic situation. They also talk a little bit about the foreign policy situation. They talk a little bit about tax breaks and the tax reforms. Of course, Romney wants less taxes, but there seems to be some arguments that are completely not considered in this election, like poverty, for instance, or let's say gun control laws. Do you think that why do you think these arguments are not in the equation?
Because the electoral system, as it is now, gives a lot of power to very, very few voters. First of all, if you want that a candidate is talking to you, you have to live in one of the few swing states. If you're living in Texas or California or New York, three of the most populous states in the United States, nobody really cares about you. You're not important because everybody knows that the majority in those states will go to that party or the other party. So you have to live in Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Colorado, and really all that matters at this moment is Ohio and Florida, actually. So you have to live there. And then you have to be an undecided voter, which is another very small part of the population. And then you have to be a likely voter, a likely undecided voter in a swing state. And then probably if Obama wants to talk to you, you should be a woman because you think that he has more chances with women. And if you are Mitt Romney, you're only talking to the undecided, likely voters in Ohio and Florida who are white men. And those are so few people, and those are not the people that, for example, care about poverty, that care about the environment, global warming or gun control. No. All those subjects are not winning subjects with those people, and so they're simply not addressed. So in order to remedy that situation, you would have to change the electoral system, probably.
That was a very interesting point. So one last question. Who do you think is going to win, and who do you hope is going to win?
I'm not really sure whether the trend towards Romney after the first debate is really as pronounced as everybody makes it at the moment. We had very stable, polls in favor of Obama all through summer and early autumn. I don't know whether that has really changed by one debate. It very seldom has in the past. So I still think that Obama has good chances at winning. If Romney wins, probably it doesn't matter that much. It's probably the last time that an old white guy from an East Coast elite has a chance at winning. All the demographic trends in the US at the moment point towards different candidates. You know, Hispanics at the moment make up 16% of the population, but they grow 4 times as fast as the general population. We still have 12% blacks. Asian populations are rising. Women play a larger role. So I think that why are Republicans at the moment so angry at Obama? Because they're losing, actually. They're perhaps not losing this election, but they're more or less losing the general trend you know, the macro trend that is going on in the United States. And those macro trends clearly point to a more diversified country, to a more colorful country, to a country where minorities play a bigger role. So I think even if Romney wins, he will be the last of the old white guys. And after that, it will be a woman. There's going to be a Hispanic, perhaps even a gay president or something like that. The United States are very much ready for that, and all the trends are pointing that this is the direction that the country is going to.
Again, another very interesting insight from you. Thanks a lot for being with us, and let's hope to talk again and to have an interview with you again for the next election, maybe in 4 years. Thanks.
Thank you. Sure.